All right, we're on question 20 in our notes, which is about Boyle's Law. So, Boyle is the scientist here. I'm thinking it's like 1700s maybe. We're going to read an article about him and some of his discoveries, but first, I wanted to do a quick demo using syringes and a marshmallow. So, I'm going to go here, I'm going to zoom in on myself so you can see better. So, we've got a syringe, and I have the plunger pulled out here. So normally syringes and plungers go together like this, and you can inject something. This doesn't have the needle on it. The needle screws in and locks in, but didn't bring needles to school for obvious reasons. So you pull the plunger out, and we are going to put a marshmallow inside of the syringe. I'm going to go ahead and put two just so you can see it a little bit better on the screen. You only have to do one in class. And then we're going to put the plunger in and we're going to squeeze it down. Now, important thing is do not try to push the marshmallow through the syringe. It's sticky, it's gooey, and that will ruin the syringe and make it disgusting. So you just squeeze the plunger most of the way down. We're not trying to push the marshmallows out. We're trying to get most of the air out. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put your finger here and block the end, or I'll try to get some caps. But if I forget the caps, just use your finger. You're going to hold it there and you're going to pull the plunger back. So we're going to increase the volume in here and pull the air, and it's going to create a partial vacuum. And I want you to observe what happens to the marshmallows. Then, after that, I want you to do the reverse. We'll pull the plunger all the way back with it being open, and then you're going to hold your finger against it and you're going to push the plunger in to compress the air and decrease the volume and increase the pressure. So, what we're trying to get out of this demo is pressure and volume. As you decrease the volume inside of here, what happens to the air and the pressure inside, or as you plug it and increase the volume by pulling it back, what happens to the pressure and the volume. So if you're in class, pause this video right now and complete this activity. I'm going to do it here on the video in a moment for students that aren't in class or at home or were sick. But if you're in class, go ahead and do it yourself so that the results aren't spoiled. Okay, so let's actually do the demo. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to plug the end, and here are the marshmallows. And now since it's plugged and I start pulling the plunger back, we are creating a partial vacuum. And we increase the volume, so the pressure inside is decreasing and it's under low pressure. And when I come back, the marshmallows shrink down. So I pull it back, they swell up. If I release my finger, they suddenly shrink back down. Now what happens in the reverse, where I have the syringe all the way back here, then I plug it and I increase the pressure by plunging this down. It makes the marshmallow shrink, and then if I let go, they kind of puff back up. These are old marshmallows, so they don't work as well. Hopefully by the time we do it in class, I will have better marshmallows. Swell up, shrink down. Low pressure causes them to swell up. Decrease the volume, compress it, causes the marshmallows to shrink. Okay, next we have an article to read. Question 21 says, click here and read the article. Actually, wait, let me jump back. And 20, how are pressure and volume related to each other? We should have something along the lines of this. Decreasing the volume or pushing the plunger down. It compresses or squeezes the air and causes an increase in pressure. If you increase the volume by pulling the plunger back, making the volume inside the syringe bigger, it will cause a drop in the pressure. So this is what you need to write for question 20. All right, for questions 21, 22, and 23, you will read and summarize an article about a scientist, Boyle, who investigated pressure and phase change. So go ahead and read this article and then write a summary in 21 and answer questions 22 and 23.